FlooridaSports.com.
The 911 tape was released yesterday. You've talked about it last week. Shelley on the phone talking about heart problems. The report 3 weeks ago was dehydration. Why was that misinformation 3 weeks ago, and why not just be forthright about it then instead of now?
I will make a comment about that because Steve and I did talk about that. This will be the only comment I'll make, is that, I think when you're dealing with family members, I have 3 children that mean more to me than anything. I have a football team that means more to me than anything, and I didn't want it to get out at all. We were very careful. I didn't want to alarm, and I think at some point, whether you're a football coach or whether you're a lawyer or whatever, you'd think at some point there'd be a lot of respect for families involved and children and 11-year-old boys and 16-year-old girls and 19-year-old girls that, do what you got to do to protect them. If that means not come clean with full details about something very personal, you can understand that. And first of all, I think you got to recheck yourself. And then second of all, I think at some point you certainly will understand that.
Coach, could you talk about Coach Adazio, your relationship with him, and how comfortable you'll be with him in charge while you're gone?
Steve Adazio, I believe, is one of the finest coaches in America. I've got a strong relationship with him. We think alike. I know he stands for the right stuff. I know our players have great respect for him. And I think he'll do a great job.
A couple of your players have said this week that they are worried about you. Do you think that's affected their preparation or your preparation this week at all?
I don't think so. I mean, all I can go by is we're very close. We created a program of a family-first mentality, and I worry about them. They worry about us. They worry about. I guess that's what families do. Teams. A team just goes plays. A family has legitimate concern for one another, and I think that's why we've had so much success, because there is legitimate concern on everybody's part. But I know what I see, and that's all you can go by. And everything is judged since the first day we arrived at Florida is our practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I can tell you on Tuesday and Wednesday we were very focused, very up-tempo, very enthusiastic practice about getting better and getting ready to face a heck of a team. So I don't believe it has affected them.
You could rewind to Saturday night. Is there anything you might have handled or done differently? Secondly, Florida's failed to sell out its ticket allotment. What do you attribute that to, and does that disappoint you?
Saturday night.
When you announced that you were stepping down.
Oh. I'm not going to... I'll just discuss the... I didn't know that about the tickets. I don't... I think that's one of the things that I don't want to say puts me in some of the situations I get in. I worry about everything. If I could, get the phone and start calling season ticket holders and say, man, let's go buy these tickets, I'd probably do it. But believe it or not, I've done that at some other places I've coached. Let's go, man. I remember getting up at 6 a.m., getting up at 4:30 in the morning because I had to drive an hour to get on a tram in Salt Lake City. Unbelievable. And to ride the tram back and forth selling tickets to people to come to the Utah football games. And so I'm all in it for doing it the right way. So if I could help, I'd help, but I think we're beyond that right now.
I assume that you will obviously prepare as you will for any game as you face tomorrow, going into tomorrow night, but given the uncertainty that you face after tomorrow, how have things been for you emotionally? Have you been more introspective, if you will, looking?
That's a good question. I'm probably not going to give you an answer that you want. I love my players. I'm not ashamed to say that. I love Florida, and I want to win this game in the worst possible way. Not for myself, not for our staff, not for Steve, not for whomever, but for our players. And so has there been a little bit of a good push? I think there's been a good push.